Well, good morning, everyone. Let's take our Bibles to 1 Corinthians 10:13 for our encouragement. And our encouragement is this. With God, you've got this. Whatever this is, you've got it with God. And so here's a passage this morning that makes a great promise, but can be easily, completely misunderstood. It's a passage people will claim when they feel the pressure rise and estimate that it's too much, and maybe they do that because they want to make sure it doesn't get any worse. Because I think that we just get kind of lost in it. We are the ones that do the estimating. We're like, hey, I know what I can handle, God, so you're way out of line if you keep this thing going. And so we need to get back to the passage and understand what it says. So let me read it to you in case you're not remembering what it is. And so 1 Corinthians 10:13, it says this. It says, there hath no temptation taken you, but such is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way of escape, that ye may be able to bear under it. So it's just an interesting passage, and I think we need to just really dig in a little bit. And now that you've heard it, let me give you some helps, because what's being said is different than most people represent it to mean. I think we look at it as if there's any pain, God's got to kick in and I got to get out of it. This passage doesn't promise us a lower level of temptation, a lower level of tempting or trying times because we're believers. What it does say is he promises that you aren't experiencing something others don't or haven't already. Temptations and trials are a normal part of living in this world. So when you experience something, you're not the first. You're not experiencing something worse. I know that we like to say that nobody's going through what I'm going through. Nobody understands. But the truth is God does. And someone has. And so what we are promised is that we won't be going it alone. This is key. It can be easily missed. He promises to go with us, and he will never let us down. See, that's big. The one who's walking with God has God with them in trials and temptations where unbelievers or believers living in disobedience do not. I mean, just understand that this is afforded to those that are walking with God. He says, brothers and sisters, those in close relationship to the Lord or with the Lord, this is what you should do. You should consider it a joy and a privilege to be tempted because you get to walk in closeness with God. Listen, when we are walking with him, he will guide us really away from what will push us over the edge. So yes, nothing will go beyond his strength in us. And so let that encourage you today to live in close proximity to the Lord, live in close to the Lord, and enjoy walking with him. He says that I'm going to go with you, and I will not ever allow it to go beyond what you and I can handle together. And so you see the urgency of walking in close proximity to the Lord, to actually be in obedience to him, prioritizing him. Because I think that a lot of believers today have added Jesus to their otherwise completely contented and full life. We don't have time for really the Lord's things, but we certainly don't want to go through tough times. And so we walk as close as we think we need to. It's kind of like being able to, if I can touch him, then he's close enough. If I can reach out and he's still there, then I'm good. But God wants us to be in lockstep with him. He wants us to actually be really clinging to him as we live life. Because if we're not clinging to him, we won't be growing in the ways that we need to grow, and we won't be equipped for what's coming next. And so he says, I'll walk with you. You'll never go beyond what you and I can handle together. You're never experiencing something more than anyone else ever has. And so trust him. Allow him to take you through, because there's something to learn in the trial that we can't learn anywhere else. I hope that helps. I hope that's an encouragement to you, that God is walking with you when you walk with him. Trials don't hurt us. They actually help us to rely on him and then equip us for what's next. Enjoy a wonderful day.